good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're in. Scott Powell, XRP Army News, with a quick video. And the topic is when the XRP Army gets John E Deaton on the JRE podcast. It's going to be all right. I got 3 video clips for you today to go over. And first up is Brad Kimes with Digital Perspectives. So don't need to waste any more time with me. Brad, take it away.
Here's the call to action I'm asking every one of you to take. Let's contact Joe Rogan and ask him to interview John Deaton. You can do it one or two ways, directly or indirectly. You can go to xrparmynews.com and hit the Joe Rogan interview John Deaton. It will take you directly to the page, or you can go to joerogan.com, contact, and fill the information out, as I have done, to get John Deaton on the show, just as he was on Patrick Bet David. This is very important, ladies and gentlemen. We do not take our foot off of the gas pedal. We are so close to getting where we need to be. And we cannot take it for granted that just retweeting things on Twitter will get the job done. Joe Rogan has a platform that can really speak to such a large audience that we could literally have an impact on this case overnight after a show like this. Look, that's going to do it for me. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, leave a comment below, share with somebody you know. Please contact Joe Rogan either through xrparmynews.com or Joe Rogan directly. Let's encourage him to get John Deaton on the show so he can lay out the conflict of interest and appearance of impropriety like no one else can. If you haven't seen the Patrick Bet David show podcast, he was on fire, and I know he would be here for Joe Rogan as well. I'm going to wrap it right there. Hit the like.
Well said, Brad. Couldn't agree with you more. Yes, the call to action. Let's all email Matt Staggs on JRE podcast and do everything we can and email over and over and over. It is not time to take the pedal off the metal. Very well said. And tweeting is not enough. Next video clip up, John Deaton himself from the Patrick Bet David podcast.
Let me tell you how on point you are. Just a little over a month ago, I started a website, and I'm plugging it, but I don't make any money. There's no sponsors. It's called CryptoLawUS, and I put an app in it. And all you do is you put in your address and your zip code, and you type your message, and it goes to your congressman and your 2 senators. In a little over a month, 6,000 messages have been sent to these elected officials. 100 senators have been contacted by these crypto people, and 420 representatives. All right, it's making a difference. They are very engaged. All right, that's an incredible number to have 6,000 in a month.
That doesn't do anything. Trust me when I tell you, having been in government, that does everything. So many people don't make contact with their elected officials that the few people that do, their voice is amplified so much. I tell a story from when I think one of the first times I was on the podcast. It was an old lady at Nunn, and she thought people were speeding too fast down the church, and she would literally call and show up at the State House once a week. Hey, we need a speed bump. Is there any way we can get a speed bump? I'll raise money for a speed bump. And then finally it got to a point where it was like, we need to fast track the speed bump. I don't want to deal with this lady anymore. She was the nicest activist in history. The lady got her speed bump. It took her like 4 months. Right. It was just one person that writing an email, making a phone call, showing up at the State House, and she got her speed bump. Yeah. You know, like the system works if the squeaky wheel gets the oil, and that CryptoLaw.com, that's a game changer, man.
And I'm actually wrong. It's 8,000. I just remember it's over 8,000 messages have been sent to them, and people are sending me some of their letters. And some of them, many of them get the form letter. Hey, thank you for contacting.
Well, don't do that. Don't do the form letter.
Right. Some have been doing that. I'm talking about
filtered out.
the SEC. I mean, not the SEC. The elected representatives. They're getting the form letter from the app. But some of them are actually meeting with their constituents and learning because they see where this is going. I've had people send me letters that they received from their congressmen, a couple of them here in Florida, where they said, we're involved in this SEC, we're monitoring it.
8,000 people, bro. 8,000 people. Look at Jersey. You just had Phil Murphy win by what, 6,000 votes?
Yeah.
You think that
No,
he's saying
guys, listen.
8,000 people?
Yeah.
He's like, if they're gonna write me an email, they're gonna vote.
Let me tell you. If I'm the Democratic Party right now, or the Republican Party, or if I've ever like the Libertarian Party that puts a candidate like George Jorgensen, love her philosophies,
Bad
love
candidate.
the philosophies. You can't sell. You're not a salesperson,
Yeah.
right?
People thought Spike Cohen was running.
If there ever was a time that you saw an opportunity for Ross Perot was able to get to 21%, whatever the number was, 19 to
that.
21% as an independent. If you've ever wanted to capitalize on it, like if today Libertarian Independent Party wanted to get to 30, 35%, like this is a market. This is not going away. But here.
Yes, Gerard, the nice little old lady, the nicest activist in the world, got her speed bump. How? She was persistent. You just keep doing it. And yes, we've had 8,000 emails sent out to politicians. Fantastic. Now we need to have 8,000 people contact the JRE podcast so we can get our leader, John E. Deaton, on a podcast with Joe Rogan. And now last clip of the day, John Deaton himself laying it down.
And here's the thing: is keep doing what we're doing, because everyone saw the reaction? Remember the guy's reaction?
Oh yeah,
when he saw
redaction.
it? Right. This is our
That is
government,
stunning.
right? This is our government simply by asking the question: who did you represent at the Ethereum Foundation? Right? How is that not something that we need to know? You're supposed to disclose conflicts of interest, right? And our government is engaging in this type of conduct, and everybody out there is making a difference. I'm telling you, at first it was just a couple people that were the sleuths. DAI has inspired people to get out there. And now you've got people, just saying, hey, I want to do my part. It's building and it's building. And the more word we get out, we will get that independent investigation, right? And we're just going to, as I said before, I know people are discouraged. You make an investment, you do your research, you do everything the right way, right? And if you make a bad decision because of the market, fine. If you lose your money because of market volatility, fine, right? If you don't listen to blockchain backer and you lose your money, fine, right? Those are all independent choices. But I know people are frustrated, and I know they're like, well, I'm just going to give up. Never give up. Never give up under any circumstance. I promise you that you're making a difference. You're making a difference in Connect to Congress. You're making a difference by getting the word out. If we get on more, I just want everyone to know, if I get on Joe Rogan or if I get on a podcast of 5 million or a podcast of 5 people, I'm carrying every one of you with me. It's not just John Deaton that's there. I just want you to know that I mean it from the bottom of my heart, because I appreciate everyone's gratitude. Everyone says I'm doing it pro bono, and yeah, I'm not getting paid financially, but I'm being paid in many other ways, and it's because of this community. So thank you.
Yeah, the support.
Awesome.
Very well said, John, as usual. And yes, everybody wants to do their part. Okay? So, what we need to do is focus on make your actions count. We keep sending emails to the politicians. We keep sending emails to the Joe Rogan podcast booking agent. We will make that happen. And it's important to make your energy use count. Look, time is all of our most valuable assets that we have. We only get a certain amount of time. We have got to make these things count. And Patrick Bet-David said, there's no better time than now. We need to act now. And so the 2 ways that you can do that is keep going to CryptoLawUS and fill out that politician form, and go to the Joe Rogan podcast .com if you need to. Fill the form out from there. All we did with the XRP Army News is create a page that had the link on it to make it easy for you guys to get to it. That's it. I promise you, if John could speak to each and every one of you, he would implore you to take action and show your gratitude for him by giving him a little bit of your time, enough time to email these politicians and email the Joe Rogan podcast. If we do this together, we will make it happen. I love y'all. Take care. Good day.